Well, it was a little bit of a stinker of the game, and we're obviously missing a person, and that's not because Rudy's embarrassed to talk about said performance, but much like some of the Cowboys players this past week, Rudy will be taking a week off. Unfortunately, the Cowboys lost a few players due to injury. So, Ian, to give us a full scale recap of that disaster over in the Bay, go ahead and start us off.
Yeah, sure. All right. So the Cowboys went out west once again this season and returned home battered and bruised. And basically enter halftime down 21-7 and exited halftime with another embarrassing stat. This time only putting up 93 total yards on offense. Uh, Throughout most of that first half, I wouldn't say they were totally dominated. Again, once again, away from home, bad luck for happened against them. Didn't get the calls and found themselves down. But when they came out of halftime, the game quickly ended when McCarthy settled for a field goal just a little bit around half past midfield. And then the Niners kind of ripped your heart out with a pretty easy touchdown. And basically, as we left Candlestick, the stadium formerly known as Candlestick Park, all I could really feel was like Bill Belichick and just slapping yourself on the forehead and just wondering what just happened. So yeah, that was basically the recap of the game. And Justin, I did exit the game with a couple of thoughts, and obviously, I probably should have waited to really, I guess what I'm trying to say is there should be a 24-hour window of reacting to what you just saw. But my first instinction was someone's head's got to roll with the from this result, and I don't know what form that is. Although I had three options. Do you want me to list those three options to you?
You might as well.
All right. Well, first and foremost, and I think I wasn't alone on this, but Dak Prescott was definitely the focus of it. Now, what does that mean? Of how is he going to get cut or traded and stuff like that? Obviously, that just can't happen. He has a no trade clause, I think, right?
Yes, he does.
Yeah. So, as much as angry I was at him, there's nothing you can do about that. So, Justin, I'll even just take that off the equation of people. Any problems you have with Dak, you're gonna have to live with it because he's stuck with
He's
us.
he's gonna be he's gonna be around for a while, bro. Like it is what it is, and like I was telling you on Sunday or Monday or whatever that was, I'm not trying to live in the world of constantly trying to find a quarterback to be competent. Like, look at the Patriots, look at the Bears, look at all these teams that just, you know, oh no, we got that surefire guy. This is our guy. We're ready to go. And then they're still like, oh, do we have to reset and find a new one? Like, I don't know, man. As much as like obviously right now there's a certain ceiling just because you can't seem to beat this one team. I'm not really interested in trying to like see what the unknown is. I'd rather be, hey, you're gonna win double digit games, you're gonna get in the playoffs. Let's see what happens. Let's see what the matchups are.
Perfectly well said. Now, I'll just offer one thing: is I thought during the game he should have been benched after he threw that deep interception to Cooks in double coverage. I just thought, like, bro, Dak, your head is gone. You're not seeing the field good. You're clearly, I don't know, you're spooked. And I don't even, there's nothing I could even explain to what the hell that just was. We got to pull you. But hey, didn't happen that way.
I mean, yeah, you could argue that they quit whatever you superlative you want to give them, or I mean, offense just looked like they were frustrated the entire game, whether it be at McCarthy themselves, the opponent, who knows. But fact of the matter is, you got a lot of time left. I mean, not to look ahead too much to, and I'm sure we're going to get to when they play the Chargers here in a second. But I mean, if you do take care of business Monday night, you're looking at going into your bye 4-2, which I mean, all in all, considering what we know about the season, and just like, okay, if you're like, oh, you lost a bad game against Arizona and you got embarrassed by the team that sent you home the past 2 years. All in all, I don't think it's too bad to be looking at 4-2 heading into your bye if you do beat Los Angeles this upcoming Sunday.
True, not a bad thing. All right, the other two things I had that were falling into the category of we need to see a head roll was we got to bring in a playmaker into either the offense or the defense. So basically, what I was thinking is just like, man, no one's getting like making a play over here on the offense. But I think after reviewing the tape, I think people would say there were plenty of opportunities. We just didn't take them on the offensive side of the ball. So yeah, I don't know even a trade would help them on that side. And then Tony Pollard just had a boo game offensively.
I don't know. Michael Gallup might be on notice. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, well then let's go
that
ahead.
I don't know. Just that man sometimes on the effort, bro. Like,
well, it could
especially
be
on that
man.
slant.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, but that was just a bad look. Like I don't know.
Oh
And
yeah,
that might,
I mean the game was over the game was over well before that, but like still, it's just like, yeah, I can't be having that type of the effort, and then you still getting snaps like consistently.
well, there is that conversation of does he fit the offense that Mike McCarthy's wanting to call, and that might be a good transition to point three is that McCarthy's got to give up play calling just because we
I
need a
don't think
reaction.
I don't think you can do that until I don't think you could do it until after the bye. Like if they lay an egg on Monday again, then yeah, it's time to. All right, Schottenheimer, nepotism. It's time for you to step up. But like, I don't know. I don't think you can just like after such an embarrassing week. I don't think you can just strip play calling this week just because of such a quick turnaround. Like, and considering how close the bye is, like, okay, like get through Monday and then assess where you're at. Like, obviously, maybe Schottenheimer needs to be more involved regardless of Monday's outcome. But I would rather like the hard reset if there's going to be a pivot be during the bye week where you have 2 weeks to, you know, do whatever you got to do, whatever that may be.
Yeah. So basically, I guess in summary, my first reaction to this game is basically all been debunked. It's just, bro, you need to calm down and not get so emotional. Because yeah, I think McCarthy just, it's only week. I mean, it's week 5, so yeah, I'd rather see him. Yeah, I'd rather avoid the nepotism thing and see him try again Monday night against LA. But we talked about playmakers, and you said Justin putting Gallup on notice. But let's flip on the other side of the ball. Look at the safeties.
Oh,
Defensively, man, they all have a skill, but like they're not the complete safety in any of them. I think Hirsch has looked kind of suspect this season. Donald Wilson, that man,
he
lay the wood in the run game, but
that
in
calf,
coverage, that man is lost.
that calf, bro. I don't know. He looks pretty slow relative to what he normally looks like.
Yeah, because he is coming back from injury, so maybe he's just not 100%. But he had some pretty just bad plays against San Fran. Malik Hooker,
his angles all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, maybe it's just the injury or something. He's getting used to the flow of things because that's usually his good. That's something he could do pretty well. And tackles.
You could throw Marquise Bell in there too. I'm like, I'm not really seeing it either on that. All in all, like maybe Wanye Thomas needs to get some more run because, boy, oh boy, are they that collectively as a whole that group is.
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing because I think we came into the season saying the safety is pretty strong position group wise. But Marquise Bell, he's a safety. I thought he was a linebacker. Talk about number 14.
Yeah, he's a hybrid. So
okay. Well, also speaking of linebackers, we're looking pretty short there in the selection. So we're definitely going to be seeing a lot more Marquise Bell, and maybe we'll just have to see Thomas and Mukwamu, I'm surprised he ain't getting no run
He's
unless
been
it's.
inactive like the whole season.
I thought he was good last season. Yeah, I know I've seen him not suited up on sounds from the sideline. So, I mean, I guess the coaches know what they're doing, so I ain't gonna question them. But I didn't think he was too terrible. But yeah, the linebackers are definitely short with the LVE injury, so not a lot you could do about that. Picking up a linebacker too, so I don't know. We're gonna have to see
I
who's gonna step
mean,
up. Is a
if
big question.
Micah low key gonna have to play some significant roles at linebacker, quite honestly, just to stay above water. I think.
Yeah. Speaking of Micah, I ain't gonna question his effort at all. I don't know why that's even making the rounds on social media. So let's not even bother. But Dan Quinn, the man that Micah would, I don't know, switch teams for. The man looked like he just got absolutely out checkered or checkmated by Shanahan. That was just pretty disappointing.
I do would like to see what would happen if, because we talk about how emotional this team be getting, or especially the defense. I do would have liked to have seen what would have happened had they gotten off the field in that sequence where they curse lined up off sides after a pass breakup,
Dude.
and then what? Couple plays later on third down again, they get off the field and they throw another penalty for unnecessary roughness and taunting or something like that. So I I wish I would like to have seen what had happened if they did get off the field in that sequence, just because it's 14-7. You just came off a touchdown, pretty long one too, big play, and you're going to get the ball in some pretty nice territory. So who's to say that they aren't in the groove from after that point if they at least get like 3 points and then you go into the half 14-10 or something like that at
Yeah,
minimum.
it is a interesting what if scenario, but I think there was a couple plays where it just looked like Purdy was just throwing the ball to his spot and the 49ers weren't even there yet, but the Cowboys were like looking around. I mean, that Donovan Wilson, that touchdown, I think George Kittle's third touchdown was just like a dagger to my heart because he threw what's his face open Kittle and Donovan Wilson's still looking when Kittle starts celebrating his touchdown catch. It's just like, oof, how are we that confused or that lost? And then also that third, that so the 49ers got to convert it. They're like 3rd and 10. And then they got a flag on them. And so it came back to 3rd and 15. They're like, all right, they ain't picking this shit up. And then they just throw it to Debo over the middle for easy pickup, like a bigger pickup. It was just like this defense's game plan just ain't working today.
Yeah, I mean, you can't walk away from it being like, man, I hope I see that team again. But I mean, at the same time, I don't think like I still think you have a shot even if they still see them play, if they have to play them again. Like I wouldn't. I mean, obviously you could like bet for the Niners, but like I wouldn't like discount the fact that they could compete with them. I mean, I just think that was a very, very, very bad day at the office.
Yeah, very bad day at the office for everyone to see, but I mean, you're only gonna have to play them one more time, even if one more time to get to the Super Bowl, or get to wherever we want to get to in the playoffs. So, I mean, it is what it is, but we've seen Super Bowl teams, get pounded early in this week, early in the season, and come back and
Yeah,
obviously
and
make it pretty far.
I want to. I mean, not to look ahead past the Chargers, but like, okay, look at your schedule after all this. You have the Chargers, then you have a bye, then the Rams at home, then the Eagles, then the Giants, Panthers, and Commanders. I mean, you're looking at what is that? How many games is that? One. That's six.
6, yeah.
You could be looking at as best at because what they won 3 games right now. Yeah, you could be looking at 9-2, or yeah, 9-2. After that stretch of games, you could be looking at uh 7-4. That's not that bad considering all in all of what's been going on. And I mean, at this rate, you still control your destiny in the East. I mean, this way too early to be thinking about division, but like I would just like to see what would happen against the Eagles before I just completely just throw dirt on the season just because they can't beat a team. And considering the rest of the landscape across the NFL, like who exactly would you say is like a good team outside of the 49ers and I guess maybe the Eagles?
100%. Yeah, that's going to be the next measuring stick game that they're going to talk about. But you're going to need to be. There can't be any more Arizona games where just you don't perform. You're going to have to play good.
Okay, a little bit of a short episode this week. We're not going around the NFL typically, but we're still gonna, update the scores. Rudy's still gonna pick, even though it's not gonna be live. We're just gonna take his word for his picks. Obviously, we're gonna get them before Thursday. But before we get to this week's round of picks, Ian's go ahead and tell us the standings from last week. I understand Rudy had a better week than normal.
Yeah, that's 100% correct, Justin. Um, and I hate to bring you down, but you did not do too hot last week. You only
Oh,
had
I
three
know.
wins. Only had
Three?
three wins.
Wow. That's bad.
Yeah, we all did pretty poor. We were all under 500, but that brings the total up to your boy 33, and then you and Rudy are now tied at 28 wins, and we did have one push.
Not good. Not good at all. But all right, we're gonna start things off on Thursday. The Kansas City playing the Broncos. Right now, Kansas City is minus 10.5. Ian.
Oh boy! All right. Well, I've been wrong every Thursday game, so I don't see why it should continue. Let's give me the Broncos.
All right, I'm gonna go Kansas City on this one.
Wow, I'm surprised Justin's
I know.
hatred for the Chiefs has won over.
And the Broncos are just man. Yeah. All right. Hold on, let me.
But usually I hear from you that the AFC West is silly, and when it's a division game,
Yeah, but this year's Broncos team ain't getting that same fight for my liking. All right. Actually, an 8:30 kickoff. Weird. Must be overseas. But we have the Titans playing the Ravens. We got the Titans at +4. And this is, I think, in Germany, something like that. Some
God.
European country, yeah. But Ian.
You know what? The unseriousness can't follow them over the seas. Actually, both of these teams are unserious, but nevertheless, I'm gonna ride with the Ravens.
Yeah, go ahead and give me Baltimore as well. All right, so going to the next one, that noon slate, we got the Commanders taking on the Falcons. The Commanders are +2.5.
Wow. Give me the Commanders.
I will take the Falcons.
Moving on.
He claims Rudy's at the helm. All right, we got Minnesota playing Chicago. Minnesota -2.5.
-2.5.
I believe it's a Chicago home game.
Yeah, I don't even know what to think. I mean, Chicago's obviously been stinky, but Vikings have been equally as stinky.
No Justin Jefferson this game.
Oh yeah, all you fantasy nerds are freaking out. So you know what? I will validate your nerdiness and go with the Bears. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, give me the Bears.
Yeah, give me Justin Fields to hopefully get a third week hot and see what happens. All right, San Francisco. They're going to Cleveland. Right now, it's -6.5 San Francisco. I believe who's getting the start? It's not Deshaun Watson, it's not DTR. It's another black quarterback I can't think of off the top of my head right now.
Jacoby?
No, he's in Washington.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't think it matters whoever starts for the Browns. I will take the Niners.
Yeah, go ahead and give me the Niners to cover. And I still can't find who this quarterback is. So we're just gonna go on to the next one because that's pretty irrelevant. All right, our favorite team, the Pads popping, led by Stroud, taking on your former man, Derek Carr. I believe it's at Houston. So a real war right here. Still a matchup that I think both cities are looking forward to just because of proximity. We got Houston plus 1.5.
Oh, I guess pads will be popping on both sides of the ball because the Saints defense do be delivering the boom. But I will believe in the better quarterback and say CJ Stroud uh, leaves with the victory. And
Go
the
ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead and give me the Stroud. The Stroud. Yeah,
The Stroud of Houston.
I wanted to do a Catholicism joke, but wasn't really feeling that. Um, Nonetheless, Jacksonville, which too bad we don't have around the NFL because that was the least bit surprising that they beat Buffalo, considering who Buffalo is. But they're -4 against the Colts. Not sure if he's playing or not, but I think it does need to be noted that our boy Richardson again exited the game due to injury.
Well, I don't know what to think. Both these teams are pretty Jekyll and Hyde. Um,
It's a Jacksonville home game.
yeah, I guess I'll just go with the home team and take the Jags.
I will be going with the Colts.
Moving on.
Carolina, pretty big spread here. They are plus 13.5.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, not the best. Oh, yeah, okay. Now I understand why. Yeah, give me the Panthers to cover. They're taking on the Dolphins, and you know how the tapes machine is gonna be about that.
Wow.
But
With Wheezy out, not calling the games, we're not getting the Justin I'm used to. This man, they're giving teams their props too much, or not giving enough
oh
good
no
teams
no,
their props.
I said the Panthers are gonna cover 13.5 points.
Okay.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, no. Only because it's Miami, bro. All that showmanship, and I hope that's dead. Even though they played the G-men, smacked them around a little bit, but
Well, screw it. Give me the Fins.
your fellow alum also hurt, by the
I know.
way. um, all right, Las Vegas. What a disaster they are. They are taking on another horrendous matchup. The Patriots. They are a -3 favorite. The Vegas is.
Confusing way to say it, but uh, I will take the team that just had a thrilling Monday night victory, even though they almost blew it.
Oh,
Give me, give me the
Marcus
Raiders.
Peters, bro.
Woo!
Yeah, give me Las Vegas on this one. All right. Another 3 o'clock window game. 3:25. Tampa Bay taking on Detroit. Tampa Bay is +3 in this matchup.
It's kind of interesting, except the Bucks are involved, so that makes it a little less interesting. But I'll take the Lions.
I don't know why I'm doing this, but give me the Baker +3.
Looks like we got some college football bleed over, influencing
Oh,
Justin's decision.
nasty. Absolutely not. I just
The
don't
man
know.
said this man gonna be inspired in Tampa Bay.
We'll see. They had a bye. They should have been. They should be well fresh, and I think they're at home. So, okay. Los Angeles, the Rams. They're taking on the Cardinals at home. They're minus 7.5, 7 favorite.
Yeah, give me the Rams and the points.
I'll take Los Angeles. Philadelphia, bro. This 325 window, not good. They're taking on the Jets. They too are a
Oof.
minus 7 favorite.
That's a terrible matchup. Just uniforms, location, everything involved with these two teams is just nasty.
Lot of green, and they're in
Lot of
New Meadowlands.
a lot of ugly green out there. You said Philadelphia was
Minus 7.
-7. Yeah, I expect the wheels to fall off sooner for the Jets, but looks like they're still hanging on just by a bit. But I think the Eagles.
If we call what that was last week, just hanging on, I guess.
Give me the Eagles.
Give me the Eagles, but give me Sauce Gardner in the Wolfen matchup between him and AJ Brown. Even though that man, you would think he's mild mannered, just the way how vocal he is. But he got that fight in them. Another team that ain't got no fight. The Giants. They're taking a train across the state to Buffalo, where they are a minus 14 underdog. Give me Buffalo. Not.
Yeah. Give me
Oh,
Buffalo.
this is Sunday night too. That's not good.
Oh Jesus, New York. Yeah, give me Buffalo.
All right, Monday night. The Cowboys are a minus 2.5 favorite over the Chargers at home. The Chargers will be at home.
You know what it is. Give me them boys.
Surprisingly, I'll be taking the Cowboys as well. Well, we'll keep Rudy honest. Let's say that. But anything else?
Nah, yeah.